Hey all, Cypher, and welcome back to another Outerplane video. Of course, the new hero, Aer, is here. Kind of rhymes, right? Aer is here. Maybe I'm pronouncing her name wrong. I don't know. I think it's supposed to be Aer, right? Like, how else would you just say her? Aer, like E-R-R, Aer. I don't know. So let's read her description first. Aer, a hero capable of removing buffs from enemies or dealing significant damage to enemies with buffs, will be joining us during the upcoming Drop Rate Up event. So sounds like she's gonna be a anti-buff, right? Anti-buff meta, which is kind of great because we have lots of Leos, Cindy's, even what's her name? I forgot. There's one chick that I'm forgetting. Veronica, right? I mean, Veronica Price, there's pesky defense buffs, even Hanbyo Lee, even though Hanbyo Lee is just not that meta. But I think she's going to be great against buffers in general. I'm hoping, at least. Let's take a look at her actual video first. So that's a fire striker. Of course, they have to zoom in on the best parts first. Yo, what's up? But everyone just here calls me Aer. Okay, and you may hang loose. Alright, alright. Enough with the jiggling. Whatever. It's a first skill. Seems like a single target. To the beach. Again, seems like a single target. This one looks like an AoE, right? Gone surfing. Man, the animations are so good. Look at that. Those dolphins crashing. Never mind, I think she looks like a single target damage dealer. Outerplane. Let's just take a look at her ultimate once more. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah. Honestly, some of her like features, like hair, it feels like look at her arms, like it feels so low quality here, but in the actual animations I think this one looks good, right? Anyways, apart from that, let's check out her abilities. So we do know she's a fire striker, so being a striker, I'm guessing she's more along the lines of a core DPS, just like Rin, Noah and stuff like that. Her first skill, whatever attacks an enemy, has a 30% chance to grant caster increased critical hit chance for 2 turns. Great, she can essentially empower herself. She does not need heroes like Valentine to be always there. And you know, Valentine, just Valentine in general in arena defense, she feels such a chore to put because she is always gonna use her S3, and that's just gonna trigger your opponent's Tio's passive skill, and it's just gonna be putting you down at a disadvantage. So I'm liking heroes that can provide those good buffs on themselves. For example, Rin does it with her ultimate, so you don't need to exactly build her with 100% crit chance. Of course, crit damage buff is going to help deal her more damage, but you have to sacrifice somewhere. Of course, you can't be always relying on your Valentine, especially as you progress more towards the late game stage, right? So her A1, really nothing special. 30% chance is quite low, honestly. It does increase to 40% if you book her skill up to level 3. Again, rest of it is just pure damage increase. Decent. I would honestly like it if it was 50% at the base and it would just go up to 60% or even 70%, because that would be just more consistent. Because 30% chance, guys, I think you still gotta use her with Valentine. You're not gonna use S1 honestly on your starting turn, so I think it's still better if you don't have good gear to just use her with Valentine. To the beach, her second skill. 4-turn cooldown. It goes down to 3 turns. When using the skill, removes all buffs on the target and attacks the enemy. If the caster is granted increased critical hit chance, increases her own priority by 20%. This attack bypasses the target's resilience. Man, insane. Insane. So first things first, I think she is going to be great counter to Leo, to any good buffer in general. I think Leo, Cindy, comms, they're going to suffer. They are literally going to suffer with this hero. The sad part is we still don't know how much damage she is going to do, and if it's going to be enough to actually put her in a team which is specially designed around her. Because keep in mind, DPS heroes like Rin, they like to just, they like to cleave, they like to cleanse the board off with an AoE to hit. This is a single target hit. So if this doesn't do good damage, if it does the same amount of damage, what something like a Rin or a Noah would, there's no use to actually build her, in my opinion, unless you're like literally like looking to counter stuff like Leo and Cindy. Her third ability, Burst. This is her sorry, burst. I'm saying burst. Burst is her, what's it called? Her actual burst skill. We'll take a look into that later, but honestly, even at the first look, this looks more along the lines of Eternal. Increases damage, additional increase against Earth enemies. Increases damage, additional increase against Earth enemies. And at 160, change to enhanced skill. And she's gonna reset the Gone Surfing cooldown, which is her ultimate ability, right? Honestly, this again gives me more along the vibes of Rin and Eternal, where like they're especially good against a particular element, or like at least they do additional damage or do extra stuff when they're matched against, you know, favorable elements, right? Her Gone Surfing skill is quite interesting because I did read it earlier. 5 turn cooldown, by the way, it's pretty high. It goes down to 4 turns after scaling it up. Let's take a look. Attacks an enemy, so it's a single target. Increases damage dealt to enemies with buffs. So, of course, it's going to be ineffective against stuff like, I don't know, like Leo, if he has invincibility. But it's going to be effective against normal buffs, right? Like Cindy buffs, or like even Veronica buffs. When the enemy has no buffs, or it is defeated after the skill is used, grants an extra turn. This skill deals increased damage to earth bosses. Now this last part, makes me think she is supposed to be a boss killer. Like, you know, kind of like used in Chimera, probably the newer stages. But even in PvP, this skill sounds crazy good. When the enemy has no buffs, or is defeated after the skill is used, she is guaranteed to get an extra turn, and she can rotate into her second skill. Which is great. So essentially, if she does good damage, she can nuke 2 targets, right? Like, she goes into probably the squishy heroes first. The sad part is, of course, the skill can miss or something, but even if it misses, right? I think when the enemy has no buffs, it says when the enemy has no buffs, she's gonna definitely get an extra turn. Again, it seems something, you know, I don't know, something unique, but it feels like she has so many conditions to go through. For example, I don't think she's gonna ever have a situation where enemy has no buffs, because people usually, you know, put Valentine or something like that, or Cindy, fast Valentine, and they're bound to give your enemies buffs. So I think this, if she defeats, of course, she's gonna get an extra turn, she can use her second skill and whatever, but it's too much condition based, right? But anyway, I like this, that the hero has a skill like that. I think she's gonna be exceptionally good for Chimera, but you know, on first glance, I don't think she is that amazing. Like, she's not like a must pull, like something like a Demi-Stella, right? Of course, Demi-Stella is like a next breed, because she's a boss hero, right? So you can't expect same heroes to be able to be matching that level of playstyle. But yeah, I mean, even as a normal hero, I think her kit is great, because this is literally the second hero, which is like, I think she's even going to be better than Francisca, and Francisca is like one of the only heroes who can do, you know, crazy amounts of single target damage. So I'm really hoping that she is along the same lines, but for different use, right? Her chain and unique passive, skill chain compound effect, attacks an enemy and increases the cost of attack for 2 turns. On dual attack, 40% chance to increase crit chance. Okay. Her transcendence is going to be same as other heroes. So of course, she's not going to be crazy good like Demi-Stella again with transcendence. So I think for players who are looking forward to pulling her, good luck on your pulls. And if you're confused about pulling for currently Siren or Aer, I would honestly wait. I don't think you can wait because I think tomorrow is the last day for the Siren banner. But honestly, I think Siren is just going to be better overall. I don't think Aer is going to be, at least I hope that she's not going to be the meta changer or something like that. Again, she could be busted, her skill multipliers could be out of the roof, you never know. And she does seem to counter buffs, you know, or she she taxes players who get buffs. with her skills, you know. But of course, there's so many chances that she could miss, and her entire skill set is just gonna be gone to waste. I think her second skill is really good because she bypasses the target's resilience, so 100% chance to remove all buffs on the target. And if she is granted critical hit chance, increases priority by 20%. At level 5, this goes to 25%, so that's quarter of a turn. And I think this second skill is especially gonna pair well with Valentine because she's 100% gonna grant you the crit hit chance buff. But yeah, apart from that, I don't know. I think Siren just seems much better on paper than Aer at the moment. We still don't know what her exclusive equipment does. That's I think one thing that the devs need to work on. Hopefully they do. But yeah, my final verdict is if you're looking to summon for her, especially for her, if you're not confused between her or Siren, you're just looking for a general opinion to summon for her, wait till the whales pull her, wait till you see the actual damage multipliers on her, and then judge your opinions on that. Me personally, I'll probably make an updated video of, if she's really good, like if she's performing really well, like I did with Demi Stella, of course, So yeah, that's my own opinion. Hope you guys enjoyed. What do you guys think of this hero? Just do let me know in the comments. What do you think she is gonna be good with? Is she only gonna be good in like PvP, or PvE, like the Chimera dungeon, or do you think she has some other usage? Do let me know. Anyways, that's it. I am signing out. Peace.